In today's video, we are going to be focusing on the most common mistakes that players make on Rebirth Island. And we're going to do that while spectating two different games of quads. Now, on top of that, on the left side of the screen, guys, you see a bingo board. We're going to play some Warzone bingo. It has 14 of the most common mistakes that players make. Now, as we're spectating here, we're going to check them off. Obviously, we're going to start off here with the subscribe below one, the free space right there. If you are looking to get better, take a second, make sure you are subscribed down below. But look, we have some major mistakes on here. Things like bad aim, things like not buying loadout when they have enough cash. And we also have some minor things. Things like, you know, ignoring perk packages when you don't have one, rotating out in the open. So throughout this whole entire game, guys, throughout both of these games of quads, we're going to be focusing on the major mistakes that players make. Starting off, we got a full team of 4 right here. Obviously, we got Quiggles flying back in. $3,100, so not a ton of cash. Now, your landing spot is going to make a huge impact on your early game strategy, in my opinion. You know, you're always looking to get loadout. You're always looking to get off to a good start, get your loadout guns, get that momentum, and then start pushing from there. But if you land hot, control, prison, grandma's house, good drop shot right there. Just a little bit of bad aim right there. We're not going to mark bad aim off just yet. But when we talk about early game, guys, if you land control, grandma's, you know, factory, prison, you're more likely to get a few kills early, and it's going to be a little bit tougher to get loadout versus if you land like chem or industry or something like that. So let's see what these guys do. Just kind of waiting out the mortar strike right here. Got this guy right here. He's not going to go push. I don't know why. You know what? I'm going to mark this off right here, not taking the 1v1 fight. If I'm in that situation, I take that every single time, not taking 1v1s right there. I take that fight every single time. He doesn't have a gun. He's got low plates because he only has 2 because he's flying back in. I'm pushing that guy immediately and then trying to act on that next piece of info that I get. What are these guys doing from here? $6,700 off to a 2-kill start. Let's go ahead, switch some players around here. This guy's got 0. This guy's got 1. And this guy's got 4. So let's stick with him for a little bit. If you are subscribed, that means he's on 20 pace early, guys. 4 kills in the first, 4 in the second, 6 in the third, and 6 in endgame is your recipe for a 20-kill game in trios and quads, okay? That's very particular. 4-4-6-6 for trios and quads. Solos and duos is 6-6-4-4. It just has to do with why would you challenge with that? I'm marking him off for not using meta weapons there. He's got a static and he challenges around the corner with a sniper. That's just not smart. I mean, that's not rocket science to figure out that that one's not smart. Holy smokes, I don't know what we're doing there. Why are we trying to just quick no-scope the dude in the face? This guy's got a striker right here. Now, he's actually not too far off. Go challenge around the corner right here. Go challenge him around the corner. Yeah. Yeah, that should be immediate right there, especially with your teammate close by. You've got the go challenge. Go push this. Did we have bad aim marked off yet? Yeah, we're marking bad aim off there. That guy hip fired. He was all over the place. Do we give him a second chance? Let's give him a second chance. We'll give him a second chance right there. He definitely lost that gunfight because of bad aim, though. When it comes to aim, guys, it's the easiest thing to improve at. I'll leave at the end of this video. By the way, it's a little early for me to do that, but at the end of this video, I always leave a video on how to practice if you have 1 to 5 hours to play. Basically outlining if you have 1 hour to play, do this. If you have 5 hours to play, do this. And everywhere in between, 2, 3, 4. Why do you throw a PDS there? Why do you throw a PDS there? $11,500, so they don't quite have enough to get loadout here. My thought process is let's go ahead and buy our SMG here. Let's start to focus on that loadout. Let's start to focus on how we can get that momentum going. We're pretty close to starting to check off no plan of action, which is floating around here somewhere. I think no plan of action is down here. You know, we can't check off not buying UAV because they don't even have loadout yet. Like, you know, they're acting on those weapon pings over. This guy's looting too much. I'm marking that off. I don't know what he's looking for. Like, he's just taking way too long to go challenge this guy. He's not that confident. You know, that's got to be a slide cancel around the corner. I don't think that's necessarily enough to say not slide canceling, but he did center around that corner there, which we see right around here somewhere. There is one that says not poor centering right here. I don't quite think that that was poor centering because he did kind of anticipate around that corner, but he just didn't do it well. He just didn't challenge that strategically. Okay, now we're officially saying no plan of action. This guy literally has no plan of action. He's just doing nothing. Okay, this guy is also just doing nothing and has 6 kills. So we have 6 kills and we're just doing nothing. They have enough for loadout. So if they don't buy loadout here, I'm marking off no loadout with enough cash. Because technically speaking, they want to keep that free loadout up as long as possible, guys. The longer you can keep that free loadout up as a squad, the better off you're going to be. This guy, I don't know what he's doing. Sapper's over here with 2 kills. He's trying to get a little bit of positioning. He knows that there's people on loadout over this direction. Are we back? He's got 3. He's got his loadout guns. Okay, so let's watch this guy right here. I'm guessing that he has double time. Just the way he's moving around, just the way, you know, how much tax. I think he has perks here. We don't actually see perks, but I think he has perks. Now, he's got 7K. So if you're not going to buy loadout here, and if you are playing randoms, guys, at some point, you got to play your own game. I know that's bad to say because, like, if you have good random teammates, great. Run with it. Have fun with your random teammates. Fry out as a squad. If you have bad random teammates, we've got to go ahead and worry about our own cash flow. And that's such a big dynamic. They have 19K as a squad. They're not going to get loadout with cash, so we're marking that one off as well. They're not getting loadout with cash for the regain. But more importantly, this guy's also not getting a UAV up, right? UAV would tell us exactly where enemies are, exactly what level, exactly what building. And then from there,
Requesting recon flyover.
we're taking it all. Do I give it to him? I'll give him the benefit of the doubt. Let's go ahead and take our 1v1 fight. But this is 2 right here, so you got to be really careful. He just got smoked. He just got smoked there. And he was worried about just that one kill. He got a little bit over aggressive pushing in there. Obviously didn't execute the way that he should have there. But we're not going to mark anything off just yet. I don't think that was necessarily focusing on just 1 kill. Actually, yes, it was, because there were 2 enemies on our level. They were both pretty close together. We have to anticipate that next guy's following instead of hyper-focusing on just the guy that we had broken. I like the fact that he went to go put and keep the pressure on, but he completely put himself in harm's way compared to that second enemy who's also pushing in. Yep, we got people over this way. He's got 3 kills. I'll tell you what, we're pretty close to chasing an enemy. Do we do that one as chasing an enemy or focusing on just 1 kill? No, because I don't think that's a bad chase right there. That's bad aim. I don't know what else to say. That guy's got to die there. And this is what's going to happen. Is he going to die? Let's see. Nope, his teammates are going to bail him out. Wait, this guy's still alive. This guy has to die here. This guy has to go down. And here's the biggest thing, guys, that you have to understand. When you miss shots, when you take more damage than you should, when you don't act on information, when you don't challenge the next enemy with momentum, it just gives your team, your enemy opponents, windows to challenge you, right? It gives them more chances to stack, to play really close together, to look your direction from positioning. Those little things can put you in a really bad spot. That guy just full sent. Not necessarily, that's a mistake on his end, but obviously not these guys that we're watching here. This guy's at 8 kills. Flixie's kind of cruising here. Not prioritizing loadout, though. I don't think he has. Why are you not plating? I should have put that as a mistake. That should be a mistake. We're gonna double click the subscribe button for that one because that's such a, like, you have to be plated. It happens, guys, but definitely cannot make that a habit. What else do we have here? Doesn't work towards next fight. Rushing to revive here. Obviously, we see the squad not rushing to revive, which I really like. Don't necessarily just full send the revive, guys. It ends up putting you in a pretty bad spot. Let's go ahead and look, he's still alive here. This is a great example of why you don't rush to revive. Now, there is definitely a strategy behind just bleeding out and taking advantage of the respawn dynamic. But in that case, hey, don't rush to give up. Don't rush to revive. Take care of what's happening around you. You can rotate ahead here. You can rotate ahead. Watch your right side here. You've got to push. You got to get across. You got to get across. You've got to get across. You got to keep moving. Turn around. This guy's play your positioning. Play your positioning. Do we have a positioning one? We've got to have a positioning one here. We've got to have a positioning one. No. I guess we don't have a positioning one. He had to literally just hold that guy out of circle. He would have been totally fine. People straight ahead, for sure. Pop UAV. Pop UAV there. Like, you're going to go push based on no information. You're completely guessing. Good job, good job, good job. Is there another one? You better be careful. You better expect that second teammate. You better expect that second teammate there. Good centering right there, by the way, as he challenged around that corner here. We need to focus on getting in circle here. Portable radar. That's just not, you just can't, guys, that's free information, which is going to tell you exactly how many enemies are in here in factory, exactly what level they are. Good shots right there. Good. Are you going to work towards your next fight? Let's see if he works towards... He doesn't have weapon pings, though, so that's the biggest thing to understand because respawn is disabled. Does he take it? Yep. Good job. Good job just kind of waiting there. Didn't put too much pressure on. I like the fact that he put the pressure on that enemy, knowing it was probably one, and he just kind of waited on that guy. We waited on that guy in the sense that he didn't go and try to slide cancel around that corner and get shotgun. They got a UAV up here. Bunch of people out in the open a little bit. They might be able to hold these guys. You got to go put the pressure on here, maybe. Got to be careful, though, of other teammates. This guy's right around the corner. Really good centering. Really good strafing. And look, this is exactly what I wanted. Definitely some mistakes throughout this game as a squad. Still at 12 kills. They're definitely getting a little over-aggressive during the end game, though, in my opinion. Go challenge that with your teammate if you're going to play with your squad. I'm just looking at different things that we have on the board here. We know we have teams up top here. We're probably going to save a lot of these second ones for... We're actually in a pretty good spot bingo-wise, guys. We're going to save a lot of these for that second game, though. I was originally thinking maybe I reset the board in between because I thought there were going to be a ton of mistakes, but they've actually played pretty well. They've actually played pretty well, although a lot of the mistakes that they made happened throughout, like not getting load out. Obviously, you know, not buying UAVs we saw multiple times, and that kind of affected that. Focusing on just one kill and being a little bit over-aggressive. Rotate into circle early here. See if you can get that power position. See if you can get to right here. This is where we want to be. This is a 4v1 situation. They're going to buy back. No, they're not buying back. This should be a pretty easy win for them, at which point we can go ahead. This is a riot shield guy. Oh, this is brutal. You've got to find a way to win this. You finished with 12 here? What's happening? Why are you being obnoxious? What is going on? Okay, there's the win. Let's go ahead and jump into game number 2. We checked off a lot of stuff off that mistakes board, but there's a lot of big ones left. A poor regain strategy. I think it's a big area that a lot of you struggle to get that momentum back, get loadout back, and start pushing once again. And I actually kind of like this. We got a team here at Bio. We got this guy flying in straight ahead. Yeah, he's up top somewhere. Let's see how these guys play this. They're not quite in zone just yet. They have $6,500, so not a bad start. I'll keep you updated with cash, guys, because I know the bingo board is blocking it, as well as circle. Some other big ones that I do want to highlight: not anticipating enemies, poor centering, and not strafing. We have a few different chances for bingo here. Chasing an enemy, you know, and when they shouldn't is a chance for bingo. Not anticipating is a chance for bingo here. And we'll see, obviously, like I said, if we actually black out the board and completely fill it out. Good live ping by his teammate, and they're just not going to push. Let's see if you anticipate down here. They're just not pushing anything at the moment. They're just not pushing anything. Can I mark off? Do I have no slide canceling on here? We got no slide canceling. I didn't think there was any chance that we were actually going to get it, but we did. This guy is not slide canceling. I thought there was no chance. Guys, the biggest thing that I'll say here is I want you to work on just slide canceling around corners. Even if you're not constantly slide canceling around corners just naturally get your crosshairs out, and then you just start thinking about where enemies are going to be, and that's going to really help you with that centering and anticipation. This guy's going to go down right here. Shoot him. That guy was 1E2. That guy had no plates. That's unfortunate. That is a winnable gunfight right there. Let's go ahead and load into the next guy right here. That kind of opens it up a little bit more here. Let's see. This guy's back on the rooftop. Obviously, you just got to wait for your teammates to come back at the moment. You have one teammate back, but you just need a few. Wait, there's 2 teams here for sure. There's 3 teams here, them and 2 others, just based on the fact that there was fighting down below them. That's unfortunate for Barnes straight ahead there. They need to get down in the mix a little bit more. They actually don't have bad cash flow. They're at about $10,000 here, which means I'd be really tempted to maybe back off to industry and see if we could get enough for loadout, and they're also getting sniped at behind. See what these guys are doing inside here. Holger 556 doesn't have an SMG, so really needs to focus on that there. Good centering right there. Good anticipation. Yeah, he just didn't challenge. He just waited for that guy, essentially. This guy's got the WSP9. Got to go to work here, Barn, with this WSP9. and you're just not anticipating enemies at all. We're going to go and complete that first bingo. You're just not thinking about where people are going to be. You're looting way too much, and that's why a lot of you guys do end up dying there. You're over looting. You're like, oh, I need this, and you're just not paying attention to the fact that there are so many enemies around you. You just need to be clearing the buildings here. Did we switch teams, or are we still on the same team here? Quads, it's pretty tough at times to switch teams, especially, you know, it can happen, but we're still with the same squad. Let's go ahead and regain. No momentum, except for the fact that this guy now has specialists. These people in bio don't have to rotate in, but there's so much information there. We're going to check off. I don't know if this was checked last game or not. Not acting on weapon pings. They need to be, because at the end of the day, there were so many people back behind them in bio. They don't have really much cash flow at all here. Got $2,700, so they're in a pretty tough spot at the moment. Just no momentum whatsoever. And you know what? I think a lot of you guys struggle with this dynamic. Now, what do we do from here? We start thinking about good live ping. Good live ping. Go challenge that guy. I mean, why? I mean, we can't really challenge with the bunker buster there, but you just gave away. That is lack of trigger patience. There was no need for you to shoot there. That guy had no idea that you were actually there. Good centering around the corner here. Yeah, nice shots right there. Good strafing all the way around. And what else do we got? Oh, we got a potential for rushing to revive here and not strafing enough. I don't know if we'll see a not of rushing to revive. That one's a little bit tougher to find, especially with that resurgence dynamic. It's very rarely that I see people go immediately for the thirst. Now, we need to be thinking about UAV here, guys. Getting some information. We've got nothing to act on at the moment here. Actually, we have some weapon pings to act on here. This second game, I'm going to be really strict. That first game, I didn't want to be too strict because at the end of the day, it was game number 1. I didn't want to ruin everything for game number 2, but let's be a little bit more strict in this one right here.
Enemy movement in the air. On my foot.
Good live ping. They're live pinging really well. That live ping really helps them. Stay mounted right there. Stay mounted right there. Uh-oh. Actually, I'm going to take off lack of trigger patience and switch that to not patient on the approach on that guy that was right behind them there where he shot the gun. He needed to probably wait a little bit longer there. See if that guy would have peeked just a little bit more. He would have been able to get that down versus lack of trigger patience. Not patient on the approach, guys. Just get to a spot where you can get that down, at which point you can get that kill and then act on that next piece of information. This guy's starting to split with no information whatsoever. Still obviously have no plan of action right here. Somebody's got to get that kill. Iridescent skin, he just got completely landed on. Why did they get landed on? Because they have no plan. They have absolutely no plan. They're literally just wandering around in the open. They're not trying to get to a better position, and they're just going to get rolled up on, which is what happens to a lot of you guys. Let's see what we got here. They did end up getting some kills here. They're up to 10K. Can we just get back into the mix here a little bit? Like, can we start to go push some people? Maybe that's the #1 thing. Maybe we do a good team shot right there. Guys further back. Let's see if you work your way towards your next fight.
Taking fire.
And take it off. Doesn't work towards next fight. Guys, as soon as you get that down in thirst, you need to be thinking about where's your next fight from here. Okay, 4 kills right there. He's got 3 kills. He's got 4 kills. You're in a little bit of a tough spot here. No, don't get over aggressive there. Don't get over aggressive. You put the pressure on perfectly because at the end of the day, they had one down there. All you had to do was play that little bit of cover there, played up potentially, and then go ahead and worry about enemy number 2. So that one, I know we were on the fence about this, focusing on just 1 kill from last game. That is definitely a situation where he was just focusing on 1 kill. And you can see all of these things are preventing high kill games, right? This guy's only at 4 kills right here. This guy's flying back in. If he dies here, I'm marking off poor regain strategy. Poor regain strategy. You knew there were so many people around. There were people down low. There were people up top. You have a fire sale. You have $3,900. You have biometric scanner regain at control that's available. So many different options to regain there besides just landing on your stuff and full sending it. Full sending it's the big one. I'm okay if you land on your stuff. Don't just full send it. Good strafing. Yeah, good stim. Don't just full send it, guys. Take a second. Use your 2.5 seconds of spawn protection. Use the height, how high you fly back in. Use that to your advantage. He's got to stay alive here. He's got to stay alive. He's got to stay alive. 2 seconds. 2 seconds. Really good job right there. You're challenging with the wrong gun. You should be challenging with the STG there for sure. Let's see what this guy does here. You have enough for a UAV. He's got 6 right here. We have 1 bingo. A lot of options for bingo here moving forward. End circle has not begun yet. That's 4th circle. They're going to go ahead and combine here. Maybe, are you going to not, you're going to miss fire sale. You're going to miss fire. Now you don't have enough cash. You missed fire sale. You had an opportunity. Oh, no, maybe they didn't have enough cash. Got to get in now. Got to start to push up here. Are we going to go rotating out in the open here? I'm looking at rotating out in the open as rotating and positioning. That's actually really good positioning right there. He actually has a lot of cover. Oh, down below. Go push that. There's multiple. He's just staying ADS. Why are you just staying ADS there? Why are you just staying ADS there? I mean, we're definitely strafing. That's not lack of trigger patience. I thought he played that really well. Besides, he just missed shots. He couldn't really reposition. I am going to put rotating out in the open here. But here's the way I want you to think about this. They did not have a UAV up, which would have told them that there's people in prison courtyard, at which point they would have known that they had to rotate a different way. So he ends up losing there because he gets caught out in the open. He challenges from a really bad spot. Does he die there because he rotated out in the open and got caught in a bad spot? Not 100%. But it's more so because he missed shots more than anything else. But he had the chance to win that. He had the chance to win that. He was just caught in a bad spot, and he got really punished for it because he was out in the open. Now he's definitely in a really bad spot. People straight ahead of you. Now you are rotating out in the open, and you got caught there. Can we hit poor centering? We had to have hit poor centering at some point here. Let's see what we got. 3 other teams left here. This might be a quick game as well. Last time was a pretty quick game. This guy's going to end up... Let's go back to TikTok here. 1 enemy's redeploying. You've got $9,000 here, which is plenty to go buy your teammates here. Which is plenty to go buy your teammates. Yep, go hit a quick little regain. Good regain strategy right there. 1, 2. You should have enough for... What did he buy there? I thought he had... I don't know what his cash flow was. Let's see what we got here. Enemies above. Now we definitely hit poor regain strategy. If we didn't before, now we definitely did. Self-revive right there. What are these guys doing on the rooftop? Oh, he ended up winning that gunfight. Did we miss a perk package? Did we miss a perk package? You better grab that specialist. There you go. Okay. I keep going back to... Nice. This guy's actually pretty good. 3v3 situation here. 3v3 situation. Let's see what else we got here. Don't rotate late into circle. Don't rotate late into circle here. 1 backside this way. These guys keep just flying back in on him. Good angle right there to take. What do we got here? 3v3 situation. This guy's got 12. He's in circle early here. 3v1 situation. We're not in a bad spot. Yep, just keep playing your positioning here. Good reposition. Little YY action. He's on that head glitch. He needs some help from his teammates. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. We're in trouble here. Rotate early. 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 Just get into circle, and this guy has to jump directly at you. Not in endgame circle early. He's so lucky he won that. All he had to do was rotate early. It would have been perfectly fine. Guys, I hope you enjoyed today's video. We got a few bingos right. Did we only get 1 bingo right there? We only got 1 bingo, but we did see a lot of mistakes at certain times, especially some big ones. So I hope you enjoyed today's video, guys. As I always say, let's get better today, and I will see you tomorrow.